Winter in McCall is really special, and we try to find as many ways as possible to celebrate it.
At the Roots Forest School in winter in McCall, there are no snow days.
Let's go put your backpack away.
Or, more accurately, every day is a snow day.
Every day we're celebrating the snow. We love the snow. Parents transport their own children here. So as long as we can get here into the park and as long as the staff can get here safely, we are open.
Roots is part of a growing movement of outdoor forest schools, where every class, every day is conducted outdoors. And the answer to your very first question is yes.
We get the question a lot about where the children go to the bathroom, and we give them the choice. As long as we're near one of the indoor restrooms, they can choose to use that. Or we have trees marked in the forest with yellow flagging. That's where they can go pee if they need to do that.
Today, more than 1,000 outdoor preschools operate in at least 44 states, with at least 18 across Idaho. The Roots School in McCall and Everwild in the Treasure Valley are among the outdoor-only forest schools in Idaho. Outdoor school can look like fun, and certainly it is. But there's more to Roots than just snow forts and snow angels.
We're not just sending our kids out into the woods. They're doing this really crazy preschool thing. There's so much guided discovery that is happening while they're experiencing this. And so I don't think people always see some of those more subtle things, like what we're trying to instill with the natural consequences and the independence. We're really big on them being independent thinkers and movers and doers.
A lot of the advantages of this outdoor learning relate to just that, personal responsibility and taking care of your needs and advocating for your needs, communicating to a teacher that you are cold and you need a new pair of mittens. The children's ability to move their bodies the way that they want to and explore and assess risk and gain independence. Out here, the kids are able to ask questions and receive answers right away from the environment.
The lake, we can't leave sleds out on the lake. That would be like...
What is that number right there?
8, 9.
Math, measuring, meteorology, and more. When the subject is frozen Payette Lake, the day's lessons are right underfoot.
We're going to use this to explore the lake ice.
There's a lot to be learned from that, right? There's the seasonal changes. Like today I was talking with children about this is the lake that you swim in the summer. You know, have you ever been on this frozen lake? And they were asking, well, how did it freeze? So just getting them to think about weather phenomena. When we were drilling, you know, learning that it's going to take effort and it's going to take time and we're working together and we're collaborating and we're taking turns, which is something that is prevalent in a lot of what we do. And then we have some of the early math concepts coming in by using tape measures and identifying numbers and thinking about thickness and the concepts of greater than and less than. It's a really rich activity for us, and it might be the only time they ever do that.
You want to try it?
We talked a little bit about fish living underneath the ice with the idea that they understand that there's still a whole other world underneath this ice. They get a lot of dialogue in what the animals in the forest do for different parts of the season.
Traditional preschool lessons on sharing and cooperating are delivered along with real-time lessons about personal responsibility.
If you take your gloves off, it is cold outside and your fingers are going to get cold and they'll probably start to hurt. We won't have as much fun if our fingers are cold and hurting. The layering is a big thing. We have to be really careful about, you know, what they're wearing and how they're wearing it, keeping it on in these temperatures.
We just dress him up in lots of layers and he runs around and he burns hot. He's fine. We just play outside as much as we can anyways on a general day. And so this is just a natural fit into what he's normally doing. He's about to be a big brother. We are fortunate because Roots lets the babies come along to class as well. And so the baby will just be in class next year with him every Tuesday or Friday.
But they snuffled so hard that it shot up like a...
Kids are so tactile and they really learn by exploring and by just kind of checking things out for themselves. And when you're inside, you have to give a lot of reminders about like inside voices and don't run, but outside they can run around, they can climb on things, and they can really get like up close and personal with the mud and pine needles and everything. We have all of this snow that just adds a totally different experience. If we were inside, it would just kind of be the same year round. And out here, we really get to feel the seasons and be where kids learn best.